like to thank you all for coming today. Doesn't Kristen look beautiful tonight?
Nice job, Dom!
On behalf of the bridal party and everyone involved in the celebration today, I would like to thank both the Newmans and Munsons, both young and only slightly older, for having us all here today. The ceremony was beautiful, and it looks as if the reception will be nothing short of the same. A party like this can only be put together by the nurturing, detail-oriented care of the Newman and Munson women and the unfaltering support of the Newman and Munson men to ensure that their women want for nothing. Tom and I met many years ago in T-ball when his father coached me in Mineola Little League. I like to say it was from that moment forward that Tom and I never separated. But it wasn't until later in junior high that we reconnected and remained best friends ever since. After user-friendly competition over silly things like which one of us is stronger at the gym, which one of us has a thicker hairline, or which one of us is better with the ladies, it is nice to have Tom finally admit that I am the best man.
That's great.
Well, maybe Tom is better with the ladies. We all have all sitting at this wedding and not mine. And I know what you all are thinking, and I'll be the first to admit it. He also has a thicker hairline. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Tom for asking me to be his best man, and Kristen for accepting me and supporting the decision to have me as such. Tom and Kristen, I have never been the best at anything, and I am honored to make my first attempt at being the best that will prove to be the most important night of your life.
Wow.
I promised Tom we'd only go up here for 5 minutes. You guys keep clapping, it's going to be like 15. I'm not sure how familiar everyone here is with the beginning of Tom and Kristen's relationship. They met in line during orientation at Hofstra University. A first date soon followed that meeting. Tom asked Kristen to accompany him to a Japanese steakhouse. At Japanese-style steakhouses, for those of you who are not familiar, you share a table with complete strangers and watch a Japanese chef put on a show as he cooks and serves the semicircular table. I applaud Tom for his choice as a first date location, as this type of venue meets the necessary criteria for a first date. It is public. It's even more public than a regular restaurant, as you share a table with complete strangers, and has an element of distraction in case conversation is lacking. Anyone who has been on a lousy first date knows that conversation starters can always be helpful. The story gets better. During their time at the steakhouse, Tom managed to squirt lemon juice into Kristen's eye. Not only embarrassing her in front of him, but also managed to embarrass her in front of an entire table of strangers. Tom, being the true gentleman that he is, can only bring himself to laugh uncontrollably. Well, needless to say, even after a terrible first date, Kristen showed the compassion to give this schmuck a second chance. A second chance at a first impression, and here we are today. Kristen exhibited the patience, understanding, and love necessary to be a good partner as early as that first date, and has continued, as I have witnessed firsthand, continued to do so as the relationship matured, and Tom's faults grew well beyond the innocent squeeze of a lemon. But those stories are better saved for another day. Kristen, as Tom's best friend for many, many years, I want to leave you with 3 tips for handling Tom that I learned the hard way. These aren't tips or keys to a successful marriage, as that advice would be ill-informed coming from me, but rather innocent imperfections in Tom's personality that I always like to turn a blind eye to. First, Tom may mistakenly squirt lemon in your eye and laugh rather than say sorry. I apologize for the timeliness of this tip, as it would have been more useful 6 or 7 years ago. Please remember that while Tom was laughing uncontrollably at unfortunate situations, he actually cares very deeply but feels embarrassed and doesn't know how else to break the tension or lighten the mood. Second, Tom is very rarely wrong. Let me rephrase that. Tom, like myself and every other man, is consistently wrong. But you will have a hell of a time convincing him of that. Please drop the topic, bring it up the following day, be clever, Ensure that Tom comes up with the point you were trying to make, and he will defend it to the end. Unfortunately, you will never convince him that he contradicted himself one day prior, but at least you'll have your own peace of mind. And finally, after having the privilege of having Tom stay with me during your bachelorette and his bachelor weekends, Tom, after a night of drinking, is not very pretty in the morning. I think I used the phrase ugly bastard when it's Please just look the other way until he showers. While Tom may be unattractive in the morning and a little thick-headed at times, I know he will be a great husband. Tom is a natural provider and caretaker. He is consistently... Gonna want to end the party, you were. He consistently provided me a shoulder to lean on and an ear to chew on times of need. I know he's done the same for you. It's on special nights like this that I'm reminded of the nuances of relationship. I stand up here in front of you all today, never having been asked formally to be Tom's best man. Well, that statement may confuse some of you as much as it confused me at first. It wasn't until later in Tom and Chris's engagement that I learned that Tom, due to the nature of our relationship, considered it an insult to have to ask and extend beside him today as best man. As far as he is concerned, it was unspoken as to his position. As best man, I am also fortunate to hold the title of Tom's best friend. Today I step down from my position as best friend. Today I turn over my title as Tom's best friend to someone more important. From today forward, I can only be Tom's second in command. As I hand the title of best friend to Kristen, I can only recall how difficult I thought it would ever be for a woman to come and take that title away from me. But there's no one to whom I would be more confident in handing it. Kristen and Tom, thank you both for inviting me into your family and making me a very special part of your life together both now and over the many years to come. I love you both very much. May you have the best of luck in your life together. I ask everyone to please raise their glass in honor of the bridegroom. May your marriage be filled not only with the unspoken showings of love, but also with the conscious efforts required of each day of marriage. May you enjoy the many years of happy and healthy relationship that will grow deeper spiritually, emotionally, and physically with each passing moment.